Man, what is good, everybody? It's your boy, Big Al Kicks, aka the UI General, and welcome to another episode of another Soul Sunday featuring myself. But today's guest is ShortyC94, the homie Chris. He's going to be joining us in a second. And today we're going to be talking about hip hop and sneakers. You saw I had the Jay-Z Reasonable Doubt in the background pumping, Brooklyn's finest. Y'all know the vibes, man. What's good, cuz? What's good, Bake Life? Got to get you on here, cuz. Yeah, got to get you on here, man. Shout out to Sean 250. I saw you join. Jaleisha was good. What's up, foe? Kelly was good, man. What's good with everybody, man? Let's see how close is Chris coming. He hasn't joined yet. Yeah, he hasn't joined yet. What's up, man? King D Lee. What's good, man? I got to get you on here too, D. Yeah, we got to talk. Yeah, Sean, man, about the hat, man. I had to go ahead and pull this Mets Fuji out, man. Nice patch on the side, you know. Pink undervisor, you know the vibes. Hey, my wifey's in the building. What's good, wife? I know you in the other room. What's good, Big Dave? I got to get you on here too, Dave, man. You got some hats and kicks too, man. We definitely can talk hats and kicks. We can talk that all day. I'm going to throw the music back on, wait till my homie pull up.
Swishing shit, the fuck back with the pistol, blazing, hot like Cajun, hotter than even holding work at the day's end. The New York place outside, get up out of here, fuck your ride.
Keep your hands high. That's right. There he go. Before I blaze the place and hit 6 shots just in case.
What's up?
Hey, what's good, family?
Chilling, man. Just glad to be here, man.
Glad, man. We got ShortyC94 in the building.
What's going on, sir?
Nothing much. Look, you giving me hip hop vibes already. You got the throwback M65 on. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, man. This has become like my everyday jacket.
Word, man. I'm glad you are here. Some of the finest in the game, man. Go ahead and let the people know who you are and where you from.
Well, my name is Chris Weathers, also known as ShortyC94. Originally from Shaker Heights, Ohio, which is the best suburb in Cleveland, Ohio.
Word.
But for the last year and some change, I live in Mebane, North Carolina. What's up, everybody? And yeah, I'm a brand manager for Converse.
Okay. I like that, man. A Converse man. We got a Converse man in the building. Shout out to Stuntman Stokes, man. Thanks for the follow, OG. I see you, man. You got a mean collection too. We got to talk it up. Okay, so today we talking hip hop and sneakers, the connection to hip hop and sneakers. Now, as you know, and as everybody else knows, hip hop has a very deep history connection to sneakers, the culture. It's all connected. So, being from the Cleveland area, what was the music scene like there?
Well, when you talking like 90s or
90s, because you grew up in the 90s, 80s, 90s. So, okay, when did you get into music first, like hip hop music? Let's start there.
It's like early 90s, probably like 92.
Okay, so what was the music scene like there in the Cleveland area?
It didn't really blow up in Cleveland where it was like a scene really until Bone Thugs and Harmony, 93, 94. My wife even just said Bone.
Right.
Yeah, they kind of started it. There was a few other locals, but the only other person really, I feel like from Cleveland that really blew up in hip hop was probably Ray Cass, and that wasn't that long, unfortunately.
I fuck with Ray Cash though. That first album,
Yeah, Cash on Delivery, and he had a really
Bumping
good
My
mixtape.
Music,
Yeah, yeah, he had a really good mixtape called Smoking and Leaning too.
Smoking and Leaning, trying to get paid. I know about that
Yeah.
shit.
So that's really. I mean, you had Fat Al or Al Fats with the I Done Came Down. You had LeBron in the video with him because that was Rich Paul's artist when Rich Paul was trying to do music as well as represent LeBron. But okay. Earl said MC Brains. Oh, I forgot about Scott Mescudi. Sorry, Kid Cudi. I was friends with his brothers. But to me, there's never really been a music scene like it's been other places.
Okay. I know a lot of underground stuff comes from that area.
MGK.
It's kind of in the North Midwest, so I see different influences of music. One of my favorites, 8 Ball and MJG. Nina Creek, she was from Shaker, and she sung on Space Age Pimpin'.
Yeah.
So Cleveland area has a lot of music history.
Some, I don't know about a lot. Like Memphis has a lot. Atlanta has a lot.
Oh yeah, Memphis is. So did y'all rock with 3 6 Mafia heavy up there like we did down south?
I mean, I think everybody did. At one point. I mean, Paul and Juicy, those beats were undeniable. I mean,
crazy.
I could hit a motherfucker right now and get a little amped, and it's late. I'm tired from work, you know what I mean? But that should get me where it's like, yeah, nigga, you know what I'm saying? It just get me.
Kick a table over.
Yeah. But to me, nothing really comes close to Bone. I mean, MGK, none of them, Bone was the biggest. They made songs with Tupac, songs with Big, Easy.
It's Bone and Big E. Oh yeah, man. Yeah, that was it. Yeah, that was the song, man. That Life After Death album. That's been in my rotation heavy the past couple of weeks.
Life After Death?
Yeah, that Life After Death, that double disc. Yeah, that's been in my rotation, man, the past couple of weeks, man. Yeah, shout out to Kiki. She just joined. You know what I'm saying? Got to give you a shout out. Gonna have her on the show. So we're moving along. So who is in your top 5?
Artists?
Top 5 hip hop artists of all time. Who is your top 5?
I thought we was talking about sneakers, man. You put me on the spot, man.
We're gonna bring it back.
Nah, I'm just messing with you. For me, this is in no particular order. Jay-Z, Nas, Big, Tupac, and Ice Cube. Okay,
that's a good top 5. That's a good top 5. Now, the next question is, did hip hop influence your sneaker collecting, and if so, how?
I won't say it had it was an influence in it. I mean, to me, the hip hop kind of went more so with my clothes than the shoes per se. But hip hop has always embraced sneakers, especially Nike and Adidas. So I always say the holy trinity is with sneakers is basketball, hip hop, and God, the other one is losing me, escaping me now. I'm every bit of 40 right now, 41. What do I always say? Hip hop, sneakers, and basketball are the holy trinity. That's what I say.
Yeah, that's good, man. And it really is, culturally, before Instagram, we had music videos. And a lot of our rap artists we listened to wore the sneakers and the music videos on their album covers. Because you have I seen a Kid and Play album cover, and both of them had the 3s on. Kid had the white cement, Play had the black cement on. And in the 80s, you had Run DMC and the Shell Toes and the Continental, and those kicks that they wore. And then the 90s, you had early 90s, you had Criss Cross. They was rocking the Ewings. They was rocking pretty much everything.
Yeah,
but they was rocking a lot of that stuff. Hold on a sec. Hey, man, get Antoine.
Yeah.
My bad, y'all.
That's cool. I'll just say for me, product placement in shows probably meant a little more than the actual hip hop itself. I do remember Chris Cross on the totally crossed out with the backwards starter baseball jerseys with the Ewings, and I remember they were in the Jam video with Michael Jackson. They had the Bordeaux with Michael Jordan. You know what I mean? Like that stuff adds to the mystique of the shoe. Where Michael Jordan wore the Bordeaux in the All-Star game, but Chris Cross wore it in the video. The other kids in the video wore it. So
Yeah. It's a lot of sneaker moments. You can contribute to music and music videos. Another sneaker moment was Chris Cross when the Concourse came out, when they did that last album they did, that Tonight's the Night.
Yeah, that was the first single, and they Chris Kelly had him on the album cover.
Yeah.
Tonight's the Night album cover, the CD single.
Right. One of my favorite hip hop sneaker moments. If you look on the back of the Illmatic album cover, it's a man out there sitting in the crew wearing a pair of nines on.
Nines, yeah.
I always looked at that album cover and was like, yo, that was so dope. Like to see regular people, rocking the shit.
Tupac actually has a pair of nines on the back of the Thug Life album.
He does. Yeah, he does.
So, yeah, I mean, sneakers will always be important with hip hop, but yeah, I mean, to me, they all go hand in hand. Basketball, hip hop, sneakers.
Oh yeah, for sure, man. One of the artists I want to put on the spotlight with the sneakers, well, we'll use two. We kind of touched on it a little bit. We'll say Tupac and Biggie Smalls.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, we said we old as fuck.
You old too.
Word. Yeah, we'll say Biggie and Tupac. Tupac was one of the first I seen really wearing retros in the 90s. In the 90s, everybody was wearing what was current.
Mm.
So to see him pull out the retro threes, because I think they had a 1994 retro, right? That the threes, the ones,
and the two.
Yeah, those had the box with all the pictures on it.
Mm-hmm.
I think that's what they looked like back then. Yeah, it had the picture. Tupac wore. He's well known. Another sneaker moment. He's well known. Of course, he's known for the Fila. Yeah, he had somebody said all the members of 3X Crazy had the Air Penny 2s on the album cover.
Yeah, I remember that 3 times crazy. Yeah, I remember that. What's up, Mo Steps?
Mo Steps in the building. Yeah, man, that's just one. Another artist I would say, like we were saying, Biggie Smalls. He wore a lot of Air Max. It's one iconic photo. I wish I had my other iPad. It's one iconic photo. It's a guy in the back wearing the Royal Griffies, Air Max 1, Air Griffey Max 1. And he has on some type of Air Max. Was that the Tailwinds?
Yeah, the Air Max Tailwind 96.
Tailwind 96. Okay. Yeah, that was I don't know, that was just a strong era for sneakers, man. It was a very strong era for sneakers. Very strong, especially the Air Max stuff, because you had the 95 at the time. All the dope boys wore the 95. And then you had the 97, the silver. I still remember when the silver 97 hit the scene. Crazy time with music and sneakers. Another question is, do you believe the 90s was the most unique sneaker era?
Probably so. I mean, I always say when I was in 9th grade, which was 95, 96, the amount of sneakers classic sneakers that came out just in that school year. I mean, back to school was, the drug dealers had the neon 95s. Everybody else had the Speed Turfs, the Veers, the Webers, the Air Turmoils. Then it went to the Dions. Then it went to the 11s. Then it went to the Penny One, the Air Max Uptempo, the Air Shake Indestruct, the Griffey One, the Zoom Flight 95, all in one school year. You know what I mean? Like just nothing but fire. And the school year ended with the Pippins, the more Uptempos, and the Air Max 96. That was the end of it. So it's like nothing but fire. The Grant Hills, I mean, So yeah, 95, 96 was, to me, the greatest school year of all time for sneakers. So the fact that it has that, and it makes it best.
Banger after banger, man. Like even the All-Star game that year.
The Kamikaze 2, I mean, the Shacknosis, the Reebok Blast.
Crazy. That was a crazy time, man. That was a crazy time.
You know, 96, 97 was really good too, but 95, 96 was just, you know, everything that came out was good. You know, even the cheap, the Trainer Max 96, and then they had a cheaper version of it with just the air bubble, the Air Max 96 Triax. You know what I mean? Even the cheap shoes were fire.
Yeah, man, because they had a lot of takedown models. You had the Air Much up tempo, and they had the smaller air bubble.
You had the Air Thrill Flight, which was a takedown of the Zoom Flight 95. Gary Payton wore those in the 96 All-Star game, where they sort of looked like the Jason Kidds, but just, you know, it just wasn't the same, but it was.
Right. And Sonic Flight, right? The Sonic Flight was a takedown too, wasn't it? Of the GP.
Yeah. Yeah. Well, it was a Hawk Flight that PG wore, and then it was a winged flight.
Mm-hmm.
Like I actually have both of them. The wing flight was like a cheap version of the Hawk Flight. Mystical actually wore the wing flight in the Make Him Say video. He had him when he was sitting on the basketball hoop.
Right, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, the 90s, because it was I think C Murder wore, I think, a pair of Turbulences
Mm-hmm.
on one of his album covers, but they took the Nike side. I think that was a Turbulence takedown or something like that.
Nah, it was called the moving up tempo, which it was a takedown of the air. Well, now they call it the Air Up Tempo 97, but it used to be called the Air Up Tempo 3.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, like DJ Monte Carlo, he's saying more up. This is called the Way Up. The Way Up was like a takedown. Penny One, the Air Turbulence, the Damon Stoudemire's, which everybody knows that was really supposed to be Iverson's shoe if they would have got him. That was a takedown of the Jason Kidd, the Zoom Flight 5, because it's got the same circles on the outsole.
I like that patent leather it had on it, that little on the toe. Yeah.
Yeah. But yeah, as I say, even the takedown shoes, even the cheap shoes were raw. So, you know, can't beat the 90s, man. I mean, as much as, like, I love 80s everything. I mean, just in the time since Purchaser passed to now, I was watching Knight Rider, you know, wow. You know what I'm saying? So I'm 80s for everything, but it's hard to beat the 90s with sneakers.
It is, man. It is, man. It was the era was so original. You was always looking for what was next. And like you said, that magical year, 96, that 95, 96. Like even Reebok had some stuff. They had that Frank Thomas.
Yeah, the Big Hurt. Yeah. Yeah. But I'll say this. The 90s is best, but I would still take the 80s over the 2000s.
Okay. That's a tough point. Why?
Well, I mean, the 80s had a lot of iconic shoes too. Like if you look at 2000 to 2010 for Nike basketball, what do you really have that's iconic? I mean, you got a few shoes. You got the Zoom generation, the LeBron 4, the Shox Bomber, the shoe that could have saved Vince Carter's line. The Zoom Flight 2K3, but you don't have, I mean, in the 80s, like to me, there are no iconic Jordans that came out between 2000 and 2010.
Okay.
You know what I mean? But in the 80s, you still have the Air Force One, the Dunk, the Jordan 1, the Air Trainer 1, the Air Trainer 3, you know, Jordan 1, 2, 3, 4. I mean, Air Max. Even the Air Max, it's called the Air Max Light. I call it the Air Max 89. It's the Air Max in between the 1 and the 90. It looks like they're fused together. That was a great shoe. So, yeah, I mean, the 80s has maybe a few less iconic, but, you know, for the 2000s, it's all about retro.
Right.
So, again, I mean, if you had to pick 2 shoes, or not 2, but 10 basketball shoes from the 2000s, you know, I mean, maybe you and I could come up with a list like that, but a lot of people couldn't. Nah.
Because, I mean, you had the Kobe's, you know, I like the Kobe 3.
Favorite Kobe.
It was all the LeBron stuff from 2004 to 2010, you know.
Not all of it.
Well, I don't like the 5. I know you probably like the LeBron 5.
I mean,
Oh,
I have them, but
oh, you,
no, 5 and 6. I could have. I mean, that other shoe that was supposed to be the LeBron 6 was a lot better than the one that they came out with, because the LeBron 6 that released, it looked like an Air Force One you could play basketball in.
I remember that. I have the LeBron 3 upstairs, the OG, the black and gold, but it's like a boot with suede on it.
Yeah, I mean, the LeBron 3 was pretty good. The 2 and the 3 were pretty good. The 4 was good. They could have kept the 5 and the 6. The 7, and then, I mean, that was 2009. So, yeah, I mean, but think of how many iconic shoes just came out. Think of the ones I just named in that one school year. Like, you can't do that with the 2000s.
Nah, man, you can't do that at all, man. Yeah,
You know?
I don't know, man. I mean, you had some good stuff. You had what was it? You had the Vince Carter shot stuff.
But see, people even debate whether that stuff was good. So,
Yeah.
I mean, because to me, with LeBron was going to be just like Vince, where they gave him some different technology and it saved his line. LeBron 7 saved the LeBron line.
Okay. DJ Monte Carlo said LeBron, LBJ soldiers are pretty elite. Yeah.
The one, just the one. After the 1, you got to go all the way to the 10 when he won the championship for us in Cleveland with it. That's the only iconic soldier.
That was a hard one to put on too, man. All them straps.
Yeah, I tried to give Via the breast cancer pair of those soldier tears. She couldn't even get a ball. She's like, nah, just take these back.
I can't remember which soldier it was, but one of the soldiers I did like. I think it was not the one he won the championship in. I think it was the 2 before that one. It had like the straps on the front. It had like straps going all the way up the shoe, and had the king crown on the strap. Because he had a duck.
That might have been the 9. It's so many of them.
Because he had a Duck Man colorway that was gray with a little bit of green on it.
Yeah. Yeah, I might have to think about that one. Let me see here. It said 2000s Air Swoops. Did the good Air Swoops come out in the 2000s? I thought those came out in the 90s.
Yeah, I thought that was like 98, 99. It could have, because there was a decent women's Jordan line that came out. I remember they had some stuff. That Swoops was tough.
I was never a fan of the women's OG, the one that looks like a 13.
You didn't like that one?
Nah, I mean, dudes was wearing them too. Like, they came out right before the 14 released. Like, dudes was wearing them joints, and I'm like, nah, man, I can't wear that. Only pair I have is the championship packs and the ID. So, yeah, but yeah, I can't think of that many iconic shoes from the 2000s. That's all I'm saying. Give me the 80s if I had to choose between the 80s and the 2000s.
V says you a hater, man. You hating on the 2000s.
From a shoe standpoint, especially with basketball, I mean, like for me, from 1999, after the Viz Zoom up tempo to Allen Houston's and the Flight Posits, after that, other than Vince Carter, you got to go all the way to 2003 with LeBron and Carmelo and Kobe coming over to Nike. You had awful shoes, the signature player, you know what I mean? Like, it looked like a faux posit, definitely didn't play like one. You know what I mean? So, her first drop came out in 98 and she had 4 others through the early 2000s. Yeah, just give me that one where it's the lace cover and it's a swoosh. That's the only one.
Bobby Fresh said, my bad, it was the 3. He was talking about the Soldier 3, I think. Yeah, I think he was talking about the Soldier 3. I remember those. And what was the other one, the 25-5? You remember that?
Yeah, I have 3 pairs of those even still. Those were great.
Yeah, those. Yeah, I was getting ready to say those were nice. Yeah, that was a tough shoe.
My black and red ones still look new. Like, those were love on the foot. Like, they were real comfortable.
Yeah, man, you make a good argument, man. The 2000s really, I don't know, man. I know the technology was better in the 2000s, but as far as the style, it doesn't compare style wise.
See, like, I'm gonna say this before we move on. Like, shocks were big in the 2000s, and I had several of them. I still have a lot of them. But that shock stunner, do you remember the shock stunner with the zipper?
Mm-hmm.
Like, those were a big deal, and I bought them. I still got the Navy ones. Them bitches killed my feet, man. Indoor or outdoor. Like, they're for basketball. And I'm like, how are these hurting? They're for basketball. This just don't make no sense. So yeah, I mean, after that you had the VC2, which was a great shoe.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, man, I mean, I can't even say the technology was that much better. After 2010,
Mm-hmm.
2009, it got better.
Okay. Okay. We can safely say that. Moving along, it's something that me and you talk about a lot. And it is the sneaker vortex.
Yep.
Explain to everybody what the sneaker vortex is.
So when I came up with the sneaker vortex, and Al and I have both been personally afflicted by it. The vortex would be where you're looking for a shoe that it's you could say it's a niche shoe. You have to be in the shoes to know about it. It's not about you having the money. It's about you finding the shoe. And the shoe, you can't find the shoe, and it's just floating in the vortex. Like a lot of trainers and a lot of runners. Some basketball, Jordans don't really make it to the vortex. But, you know, a shoe that it don't even matter if you have the money. You just can't find it, and you know it came out. Like the Air Pro Streak Max, vortex.
Mm-hmm.
Trainer Max 96, vortex.
Yeah.
You know, deep in the vortex. But like, what's the shoe you looking for that you can't find that's in it?
Boy, that list.
That's retro, you know.
It's a shoe that's retroed already?
Yeah, shoe that's retro, but you just can't find the retro for whatever reason.
I can't find the black Penny 2.
Another one, perfect example. Vortex. Retro once, gone.
Let me see. Any of the colorways of the Carnivore in my size?
Vortex.
Vortex, man.
For me, the black and gold Diamond Turf 1.
Yeah.
You know, it came out sometime in 2017. I don't know how I missed that, but it's gone. You know, the green one too.
Yeah, it's I'm starting to think that the Air Trainer SC High or the Bo Jackson is starting to go into the vortex too with the flat laces. They keep releasing pairs with the skinny laces. They're not giving us OG colorways on those anymore. I think the last time.
Oh, I'm sorry. Go ahead.
I was gonna say the last time we got an OG colorway was 2017 when they gave us the Auburn again.
But wasn't it reversed?
Not that one.
Okay.
I don't even like calling that the reverse Auburn because the colors, the blue is different. The blue on the OG is darker. It's like a darker Auburn blue, but this is more like a New York Mets blue.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I mean, I don't want to offend anybody saying this because, you know, I know how it could come off, but I just feel like over the last couple of years, all the Bo Jacksons they've made are for old hood niggas. Qualify in that group, but they only are at Jimmy Jazz and DTLR, which they figure old hood niggas shop at. Mm-hmm. You know, they never really come out with like regular color, OG color blocking like they used to, you know. And it's sad, man. I mean, my Auburns are from 2010, so you know I'm gonna be on watch for those because they could last or not. You know, they did come out again in 2013. I didn't remember that they came out in 17, but you know that'll be the last time. Like, don't come out with a shoe that's a classic shoe and just a bunch of stupid colors. Like they did that with the Penny 1 in 2018. You shouldn't come out with. You got to come out with one OG,
right? At
least just one. You know, you're giving us all this fuck shit.
They might give us 2 this year. Yeah, they might.
I'm ready for the foolery. I'm already got it up here that there's going to be some foolery with that.
Do you think this was the last release, the last Barkley release?
Mm-hmm.
The way it came and went so quick, do you think this qualifies for the sneaker vortex?
To me, only if you want the 2020 release, but if you don't mind getting a pair from 2009 or 10 or a pair from 2015, they're not really hard to find. I hate that I sold my 2015 pair right before this hype started. You know, I still have my '09 pair because it looks more like the OG because it's got the white air bubble and, you know, the shape is a little more correct. But even with that, it's not like you can't find it. It's just way too much money.
Right. Right.
You know,
I think $400 for a pair. I was like, crazy. I'm not paying
yeah,
that.
I just get a pair for 100 or 150 from 2015 because it looks exactly the same. The bubble is purple and everything.
Mm-hmm.
You know, but something like the Carnivore, like if you see a Carnivore, it's going to be expensive, but it's if you see it.
Mm-hmm.
To me, even though that was bullshit how they released the 2020 CB94, if you don't have that shoe and you've been in the shoes for a while, it's because you don't want it.
Right.
Because it's been out too many times to not have it. It's
Oh,
sat too many times.
what was it? 04, 09,
10 and 15.
and 15. And then recently 20.
Yeah. So I feel that way about the Air Max 95, the Neon. If you don't have it, it's because you don't want it if you've been in the shoes for a long time.
Yeah, they got a bunch of releases of those, man.
Yeah, because up until 2015, they used to come out every other year.
Right.
Yeah, you know, nobody's paying that much money for no Barkley.
Right. That's they man. They ODing on that.
And then the white one is like worthless, like it's not an OG too.
The white one gets no love, man.
It was the same thing with the Force Max B, the 93 Barkley, the Fab Five.
The black
Nobody
one.
wanted that white one.
$54 from Jimmy Jazz, and that leather was horrible.
Yeah, it was vinyl.
Yeah, it was like
because it came out when I was with Hibbett. We didn't get it at my store, but I could have like ordered it, but I didn't even want it, man. Like, nah,
man. I don't know, man. They had some bad retros. I actually looked forward to that white one because you didn't see the white one get retroed as much. And then when I got my hands on it, I was just so disappointed, man. Like the shoe was so damn hard. I was like, what did they do?
yeah, like, yeah. I mean, that black one has been out 3 times, but that black one is probably the only Nike basketball shoe I could think of from that era that's in it because that pair from 2013 is really hard to find. You can find pairs from 06, you can find pairs from 01, but it's gonna be a crapshoot whether or not you're gonna be able to wear them.
Another shoe that slipped into the vortex is the Air Trainer Huarache 94 with the whole little strap thing going across it.
Yeah,
like they sat when they on retro, I think in 2013 or something like that. They sat for a while. Now you can't find a pair.
Yeah. I mean, I actually thought because I wore the ShortyX today, I was gonna pull those out, but I didn't feel like looking for the hoodie that I wear with them. I'm gonna wear those soon, but like those sat, but like the non-OG colorways really sat. Like there was the 3M Volt, like a 95 looking pair. Couldn't get those away. I have the red pair. Those are still dead stock because we marked them down to like $10, but still wasn't selling. And next, yeah, I got my pair for $10, bro.
Yeah, it was because the OG is that Charlotte Hornets colored one.
Lapis. Yeah.
Yeah, they those sat because I remember those came out with the LeBron 10s came out that year, I think.
Yep.
Those were out. Yeah, I always associate sneaker releases with other shit that was popping at the time.
Yeah. No, I'm with you. You know, that LeBron 10 is special, but yeah. Yeah, so it'll just be, it's not about you having the money. It's if you can find the shoe and, you know, if you find it, you're going to get hit in the head with it.
Oh, yeah, man. Yeah, because I was looking for, was it a Reebok? It was the Reebok Pay Dirts that they retroed in like 13. Florida State color.
Yeah.
Because I have even though I hate the Cowboys, I know some of y'all love the Cowboys. I don't like the Cowboys.
Go Browns.
But I do have an Emmitt Smith Florida jersey, the blue and orange, and that's what I wanted to wear him with. Went looking for him. I think I found the San Francisco color for like $175, but I know that shoe was at Jimmy Jazz.
$50 shoe, man. The Pay Dirt, $50 shoe.
And I just let it go. I kicked myself thinking about this. I said, I could have had that shoe for $49.99.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, so these niche shoes, if people know what it is and they know that you know what it is, you're going to get hit in the head because it's in the vortex.
Right, right. I'm gonna keep it. We're still on the sneaker vortex. Last question. What do you want to see return? Just name 3 that you want to see return. And
Any shoe?
any 3.
Well, number 1 for me is going to be the Air Max 294. We got the light 2 or 3 years ago. We've gotten the Air Max 94 Triax. We've gotten the regular Air Max 94, but not the Air Max 294. Because, you know, those came out with the Barclays and the Trainer Max 94, but it hasn't been retro. So that's number 1. The Air Ubiquitous Max, the Jerry Rice shoe, the black and lime green one, is number 2. And number 3, if I had to bring back anything, I'm going to go really old school with this one, and most people aren't going to know what this is.
Okay.
But I need them to bring back the Nike Air Check from 1993, the mustard one.
Okay.
Cole was trying to work out with Martin in that episode of Martin. He is a yellow and black shoe. Y'all go look it up if you don't know what the Air Check is. Like, if any of these shoes came out, like I'd probably stop. I'd probably quit. It'll be over with for me. If those shoes came back, it'd be over with for me.
A word?
Yeah, I would quit.
Okay. Those are some good ones. I think the Air Check, that'll go with a lot of fall fashion, that mustard color. Or it'll go with how to, I think that was that like 93, 92?
Yeah, I always think of the U-Men hoodies.
Okay.
Yeah, he weathers HR. No, you wouldn't. So when you have her on here, ask her about how serious I am about that Air Max 294. She'll tell you.
Yeah,
I would quit.
Oh, yeah, she's coming on. I got to get you on here, B. I got to get you on here.
Yeah, it will be over with for me.
We're going to be in the sneaker vortex for a couple more minutes. I was going to do some Q&A or either chime in maybe 2 or 3 people to tell me the 3 they would like to bring back. If anybody wants to jump in, just send a request. Or don't make me picky, because I randomly just picky.
Hey, randomly pick them. We need to hear from the people. V Weathers, you want them, but you're not about to stop. My lovely wife, ladies and gentlemen, she has no faith in me. But hey, I'm telling you, if those Air Max 94s, the Air Max 294 came out, I would just stop buying shoes. I would probably buy as many pairs of them as I could. 11 and a half, and 12. I might have 30 or 40 pairs of them bitches.
Okay, anybody want to jump on and give their 3 that they would like to see come back? Don't be shy. Let me see who's on. Okay. Let me see.
If they're tough.
Let's see. I'm gonna put my hand.
Earl, she's right. LOL. Hardy har.
Trying to figure out how to do it. Send a request. Okay, there we go. Invite to join. Let me see who's on here.
Should invite have Keandra come on.
There we go. I sent out. You hit the nail on the head. I just pressed it as soon as you said it. Come on, Keandra.
Over for me. Let's go.
She said she got the bonnet on.
Hey, I applaud that because there's too many females that go in public wearing the bitches. So, you know, if you can't be a part of the solution if you're part of the problem. So there we go.
There we go.
Y'all got me chilling on the couch.
Yeah.
You know what? I was sitting here thinking, and I'm trying to think. I was literally sitting here thinking, like, what 3 would I want? Because y'all know I always be hunting, but I always be finding it. So, I don't know.
Come on, man. You know.
Oh, man.
Nothing.
I be finding what I be looking for.
Okay.
Nike comes to you like, Key, anything from the mall, you can have it. I mean, think back when you was at Champs or something. Like, I know it's something.
You know what? I can think of one that I was just telling you about Friday. When's the last time they did the 2K4? Has it came out since 2004?
It's come out, but it hasn't been good.
Any what colorway though? I can't even remember. What colorways was it?
So they retroed it first in 2007, but it was just for Kobe, and it was just a bunch of laser
Oh,
pieces
that.
for. So they retroed it again in 12, and it was a bunch of whack colors. 16 was whack colors, though they did bring back the white, blue, and red when he wore in the 04 All-Star game. But
Okay,
like,
I remember that one. I remember that.
yeah, but
Yeah,
like
I
the black
want
and gray one never came back.
I about to say that's the ones I want. Because remember I told you I had them when they came out, and I like beat them. So that colorway is one I would want to see. Because for some reason that was like one of my favorite pair of shoes. I don't know why, but I love that shoe. I worked in it. I hooped in it. I love that shoe.
Okay.
I'm trying to think of like any Jordans, but they retro every Jordan. I feel like just about.
Yeah. Oh.
Please, Nike, bring it back again, man.
I mean,
I'll buy it time.
but I about to say, but if they do, would I actually be able to get it? No.
Well, they making it for you.
Okay, if they make it just for me, yeah. Okay, yeah, that'll work. But you know what? I would rather have that shattered backboard colorway than that colorway.
The first one?
The first one. Me personally.
Okay.
And that's like weird because I actually don't have. I think I don't mentioned it before, but I don't have a bread one or a Chicago one. And I know it's like kind of sacrilegious as a sneakerhead, I feel like, but
hey, I didn't have a Shadow one until 2021.
And I'm like, and now it's just it's too expensive. So you can't get them now. So it's like whatever. But trying to think of anything else like I'm trying to think of like some runners or like cross trainers because it was a lot of those too that came out in the 90s as well.
If my Mac got any juice, I'm gonna show y'all my shoes if y'all don't know what they look like.
Go for it. Trying to think, what's some Air Maxes that haven't retroed?
The one that Chris talk about all the time, the Air Max 2, 94.
Oh yeah, the 94. Yeah, that'd be dope.
The regular Air Max 96.
Yeah,
cream one, but they never came out with like the regular colors.
And see, that's what they kill me doing that now, where they're retroing some of these OGs, but they're collabs, and it's like, I mean, that's cool, but give us the OG colorway first, then maybe some collabs, if that makes sense. Like, I'm still interested to see how did this like with the penny with this Stussy to see how this is going. I mean, good thing.
There we go. She's still in here.
We'll see. I got to see it work. I got to see the social status one work too.
Oh, they have a social status collab?
Yeah, it's gonna be a penny one where you can take the swooshes off.
Oh yeah, I have seen them. I don't know how to feel about that.
Yeah, me. Let me get this.
Well,
yeah, we might have lost Key.
Yeah, we lost her. We'll get her back on here.
Yeah, so I'm gonna enlarge this picture for y'all. Like, make the screen big. Damn it. I'm telling y'all, if this ever comes back, I'm quitting. It's over.
Oh yeah, that's crazy.
Air Max 294 in this specific color. 30 or 40 pairs, bro.
Okay.
So,
Kiki said her internet went out.
Yeah. I'm going to show y'all the ubiquitous because y'all might not know what it looks like, even though you should if you're watching this. You know, I ain't even going to say that. I don't want to be a gatekeeper. Let's see here. Like, look at this beautiful sneaker right here, y'all. Look at that.
Oh man.
Gotta have that.
Yes, sir. The long air bubble.
Yeah. Ronell, they've retroed the era up, but it wasn't good. It was in 2014. It was a suede and nubuck shoe in the 90s, but they just made it leather in 2014.
Yeah, that was dope.
Got one more to show y'all. What was the other shoe? The ubiquitous, the 94. Oh,
And
the
okay, Nell said the drum Bettis.
Jerome Bettis, the bus. Hey, those just like I still have my white and blue ones, but my Steelers ones, they crumbled on me right before we left Cleveland. Right before you came to our house, Ronell. So yeah, it's a small picture, but you got the air check right here.
There we go.
Like I gotta have that. I had that in 6th grade. I was killing niggas at Woodbury with it. They ain't know what happened. So I had those until 2010. They crumbled on me in 2010. So fortunately, most of these shoes I've had, but
Oh,
that's
we got the big homie.
What's up, man?
Hey, what's going on, fellas?
But I got to get you on Shorty sneaker conversations, man. You know we got to work that out.
Oh yeah, I'm coming on, man. Don't worry about it. But you know, I got mine going. So
I know that's why I respected it when you said it. I'm like, you know, but you know, holla at me. I'll come on there too.
But nah, hey. So I'm in there watching this Rams game right now. So you was talking about the ubiquitous. Hey, they don't know about that ubiquitous, man. Hey, straight up. So you know, I'm Brian gang to the core, but trainers is my thing. You know what I mean? So like the ubiquitous. Hey, that's one, like, I've tried to get it. I had 2 pair actually, like, in my cart ready to buy, but something happened, didn't get them. I've been trying to get that ubiquitous for probably like 3 or 4 years right now. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm. The only thing that keeps me from looking for it is I know I'm not going to be able to wear it.
But, I mean, you got to wear it until it fall apart.
Good point.
You know what I mean?
That might hurt me too bad. You know what I mean? I've been wearing this shoe since 97. You better show it?
No, I ain't going to show it.
Okay.
I'm not even at home right now.
Oh, okay. I was sitting there like, oh, he about to pull it out.
Yeah.
Let me ask you. I got it. But you know, I'm not at home. I'm watching football right now. It's Sunday, you know what I mean? Watching football right now. You know what I mean? I'm on my cousin's house. But that ubiquitous, man, if you get it, you gotta wear it until it fall apart. Like straight up.
Right.
Like short hey. So you know what I mean? I'm around, so Shorty, I know, hey, you got a lot of kicks that, you know what I mean? Like, a lot of people don't know about, you know what I mean? You got OG kicks from years and years. So, if you got them, you got to wear them, you know what I mean, until they fall apart. You got to wear them, bro. Like the Converse you had on the other day with on Cutie's Live, hey, they fall apart. Hey, you got to wear them until they fall apart.
I'm going to show y'all something I'm still wearing, man. I might wear it tomorrow.
You got to tell me how you became Brian Gang. You know, as a Clevelander, I need to know about this. How that happened.
I'll definitely tell you. So, with the Brian Gang, so I was in the military. So I did, you know, a couple years. I did 3 tours to Iraq. So, you know what I mean? I was straight like Jordans, all Jordans. Well, when I was in Iraq, somebody broke in my storage and stole 98 pair.
Oh, my God.
Like 98 pair, gone. Nothing I can do with, gone. But when I say like stole, it's like Defining Moments package, Tokyo package. It's Royal, like original retro, first retro. Like this is like 2004, 2006. You know what I mean? Gone. Ain't nothing I can do with. So it was like, do I get them again, or do I just, you know what I mean, like go another way? So I went another way, and I got in the Brian Gang in like 2006. And
okay.
Ever since then, it's just been like bronze and trainers.
People always show that. Okay, original pair.
Okay.
Nah, it's still clear and everything, man.
Right.
Yep. They're holding up.
Wow. What I was gonna say is with the LeBron collections, like everybody just show from 8 up. So to hear you say you've been in it since 06, since the 3 and the 4, that's good to hear. You know what I'm saying? Because anybody can, you can show me a bunch of LeBron 8s or LeBron 9s, 10s, cool. But show me some 1s, 2s, or 3s. Show me some 4s. You know, show me something.
So like my Zoom Generation 1s, I had all the Zoom Generation 1s. and I'll be just like everybody else. Like baby mama bleached them. So yeah, bleach.
Oh,
Damn, bleach.
Like Clorox bleach.
you'd have been through. That's like two serious sneaker hardship
So
moments there.
so
That's a lot.
so if a lot of people don't follow me, you know, I know y'all probably follow me. Y'all see my collections. Like I've been doing this since 1994. You know what I mean? I'm let me see, like March 25th, I turned 42 years old. So I've been collecting sneakers longer than a lot of these people in the game been born.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So like I've seen the game evolve, like from everything. So you know what I mean? It's just like I love the game. I love what both of y'all are doing. Like Shorty, like when I see some of your OGs, I'm like, man, I had them. You know what I mean? But like I said, when I was in the military, I lost a lot. Like I lost Jordans, but I lost a lot of other kids. I lost Barclays, I lost Webbers, I lost a lot of stuff. You know what I mean? But I just say Jordans because that's what a lot of people collect, because a lot of people don't know, like, okay, like so like Yeezys, when Yeezy was with Nike, a lot of the stuff that he influenced his sneaker, like the trainer gang, like I wish I was at home right now because I could really, like, you know what I mean, like get in my stuff. Like trainers is my thing. Like trainers, period. Barry's, Dion's, Bo's, Vic's, Junior Seau, that's my lane. But I'm still Brown gang to the core, you know what I mean? But like trainers is really like what I do. And I see Shorty over there smiling because I mean he dig me, he feel me.
Right.
I mean, like it's really like bro, we really got to get on though. Like I really got to get on your show. Like we can really go into trainers and we can go in depth. Trainer threes, pinky toe killers. Like when I say pinky toe killer, if a lot of people don't really know, if you don't have a trainer three, and you don't have a story of them killing your pinky toe,
Whoa, them things terrible, man.
they terrible.
I got a story. So my medicine balls from 2015, the second to last retro. Every time I wear them things, they reactivate my plantar fasciitis.
Exactly. I can dig it.
My heels be through.
And see, with that shoe, you can't. If you go a half up, it's still gonna rub your feet. And if you do true to size, it's gonna rub the top. And I'm just like,
Yep.
you can't win with this sneaker.
Yep.
Yeah, like I only have that medicine ball because of what it is, but I'm not sure if I could wear it again, man. I had to throw some more orthotics in or something because they just do my foot wrong. But I gotta have.
Like I just got that medicine ball LeBron 16. So I got the Hirachi.
Right.
I got the Hirachi, but I mean it's like the trainer. I got to get the trainer 3, and I got to get the trainer SC low. That's just the way my OCD activates. I can't have one without the other. You know what I mean?
I feel it.
So I just really, you know what I mean? Like I just like the fact of it's not just like it's not bronze, it's not Jordans. Like if you can get really into a collection and why you love it and why you like it, then that's what I'm on. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
So like I really got trainers for like Vic's, Barry Sanders is my favorite athlete of all time.
Okay.
I've got his silhouettes, I've got colorways. I'm like Shorty. I ain't even gonna say it. I just want to get on your show, man. Don't talk to me about no bronze. We just gonna do straight. We gonna do straight trainers.
All right, for sure.
Straight
I
up.
say, where is the Vic One retro? Where is it?
Yes.
Where is it?
But I mean, when the Vic retro, nobody wanted it.
Yeah, the 2 and the 3, they were hard sells for me at the store I was at the time.
I got them.
Mm-hmm.
But I mean, it's like now years later, everybody's like, oh, we need this, we need that. But when they gave them to you, you didn't want them.
That's true. That's true.
Because they gave us the 2 and the 3 more recently.
That one is just something special. Like I'm still holding on to my Falcons and my black ones. But
yep. And I got them at the crib, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
But nobody wanted them.
Yeah. A lot of people didn't have the Vic One when it was just out, now that I think about it. A lot of niggas didn't, excuse my language, a lot of people didn't wear it back then either.
But like I can go into the Barry, like I got the Barry, the Zoom Turf Training. That's my favorite shoe of all time. So I've got 2 pair, and I got a green pair and I got a black pair. So do y'all know, like when Barry was playing for a couple years indoors on turf, he wanted the Jordan sole, the Jordan 11 sole on his pairs.
Yeah.
I've got 2 of those pairs at home. You know what I'm saying, with the Jordan 11 sole. Now
Yeah,
I got a green pair and I got a black pair. So my green pair, I'm not saying it's that guy, but the only person I seen with the green pair was Brett Favre.
Yeah, you gotta come on this show and my show, man.
Hey, I'm telling you,
We gotta see that.
Oh yeah, for sure, man. We were just talking about turf trainers earlier before we got on the live. Yeah, we was talking about how the AstroTurf, they wore a lot of heat. They wore a lot of regular shit, trainers, basketball sneakers, whatever.
So if you look at Nice Kicks did the Berry. If you go back and look at their picks, I've got those kicks at the crib. You know what I mean? And it's crazy because it's like nobody really. I just don't like I'm an old head in the game. You know what I mean? Well, I'm not old, but I'm just saying I'm about to turn 42 next month. But I've been doing this for so long, I really understand, you know what I mean, like the game. So a lot of these like picks that like Nice Kicks and, you know what I mean, Soul Collective, they posting, I've got these pairs at home. Mm-hmm. You know what I mean? But it's like everybody want to talk about Yeezy ones like with Nike. So if you look at like the sole from the Yeezy one, you look at the midsole, you look at the strap, those are all influenced by trainers. You know what I mean? But nobody really knows that because everybody's just looking at it because it's just a Yeezy. But no, this came from the Nike Air Veer, the Nike Air Mission, the Zoom Turf Training, the Vic. You know what I mean? But people really don't understand because they don't understand the history of, you know what I mean, the sneaker and where they came from and the influence that they came from.
Yeah.
But
that Nike Air Mission come back, the white one.
I got them. That's what I'm saying. Like I got them, but people don't really they don't give them the love.
Right. Now, another hard sell when they retroed. I couldn't get them things away in 2015, 14.
Yeah.
You know, but those are great shoes, especially the white and blue one.
Hey, like Rick James, like Dave Chappelle with the Rick James. Give it to me, baby. I need it.
Yeah. Yeah. Because we were talking about before you came on about the sneaker vortex, about how, especially with the trainers, they'll retro them like once, they'll disappear, and it's like they never came out.
True.
Like,
so the way I see it is, it's an influence. It'll come out, everybody will see it, but nobody really want it. But then after the fact, when everybody starts talking about it, then that's when everybody wants it.
Right.
Yeah. You know what I mean? But you gotta be a purist. And you gotta understand what it is at the time, because like I say, like quick story, I grew up with my mom. She worked at the community center, so I grew up around a lot of dope boys. So with the dope boys, the dope boy was like, "What's new right now?" So Jordans was coming out. So remember back in the day when you would get a Jordan, you would get the regular black and white release. Mm-hmm. You would get the playoff release. You would get a all-star release, and you would get a you know what I mean, a different color release. That's it.
Like a blue or something.
Yeah, that's it.
Mm-hmm.
But trainers and turfs and everything else. Deion was coming out with one. Bruce Smith was coming out with one. You know what I mean? They was coming out like weekly. Yeah. So the dope boys was like, whatever's new, I want it. So that's what I saw. You know what I mean? So it was just like, I need whatever's new. So, you know what I mean? All these shoes that was coming out, it was like, I need all of this. So that's what I saw. So that's what I fell in love with. Yeah. So my first ever Jordan was not really the Raptor 7, but you can call it the Raptor 7 now. But that was my first ever Jordan. You know what I mean? Mm-hmm. So it was just the fact of seeing everything that came out, you know what I mean? And all the other sneakers. And then my first job was at Foot Locker in 1994. And ever since then, I've just been hooked.
Yeah. That's a good year for some sneakers.
1994 was a great year, bro. I graduated high school in 98. So I was there. I lived it.
Yeah, I got out in 99. Yeah, that was – I was talking earlier about how that 95, 96 school year was just nothing but heat. The whole year.
Heat, bro. That's why, like, when they just said that Jason Kidd's coming back, bro, mm-hmm. I got to have it. Like, yeah. I'm only – like, so now I'm Brian Gang to the death of me. But when I saw that Jason Kidd, I was like, hey, I got to have it. Like, the penny retro coming. I gotta have it. Like,
gotta have that white one.
Gotta have it. Gotta have it.
Yeah, nobody cared about the last Jason Kidd retro.
Nobody.
Like, cheap. It was like $50.
Yep.
Yeah. Yeah, it's crazy, but like I'll be more excited about the Nike retros than I do about the regular Nike retros over the Jordans and the foam posits or whatever. Give me some Air Barrages. Give me some Air Metal Maxes. Give me,
Hey,
all of that because it's gonna be in the vortex.
Marshall
Right.
Falk, Air Barrage. Hey, they don't know. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like I got turmoils at home.
Ooh.
I got air bowls at home. You know what I mean? I got kicks at the crib, bro. I'm telling you.
Air Bowl. That's what's his name?
Rod Woodson.
Listen, yeah.
Yeah. I remember.
I got kicks.
Yeah. My Air Bowls crumbled about 07 or 08, so I don't have them no more. I had the white, black, and blue one.
No, my turmoil is literally falling apart, but my bows are still straight.
Now, see, I feel like if they brought it out in the right color, like if everybody had the black and white bowls, I remember that, but I had the white, black, and blue. I really feel like people would buy those, man.
The white, black, and red. Everybody would definitely buy those.
Okay.
With the red strap, the all white, black accents with the red strap. I think people would buy those.
Yeah, Lady of Laces. We remember T-Max. I still got some in the cut.
Yeah, I'm waiting on February 17th. Them LeBron T-Max supposed to drop. I'm on them.
In Vincent St. Mary.
Yeah, I'm on them.
I just want the T-Mac one. I regret not getting it in like 2014 when it retroed the last time. I'm cool on the pro models. I just need them T-Mac ones.
Now, I'm on the pro model though. I'd rather have the pro model.
Well, I expect you to get them all. You know what I'm saying?
I'm definitely gonna try. I'm definitely gonna try to get them all. But like the pro model that's the first one I'm going after.
Okay. He did wear it a lot. I mean, the Cavs were so bad that the news used to cover LeBron more than they would cover the Cavs. You know what I'm saying? So
Yep.
I remember that. He had top billing in the plain dealer. Like, no, I mean, yeah. Just being from Northeast Ohio, it's nice to see people talk about, Bron gang.
Mm-hmm.
So it's good to see.
Like I wish I was at home, man. I was seeing y'all. Like I got two super zooms that nobody really talks about. Like everybody talks about the Barry Zoom turf training, you know what I mean, with the strap. But I got the other super zooms. I got the Schumacher and I got the other Barry, you know what I'm saying, original. I just need the black one. So
you got the racing one. You got that red joint. Okay. Wow.
You got to see those, man.
yeah,
I don't know why they never retroed the Super Zoom. Like, I feel like people would buy it.
they did retro the super. No, not the Zoom. They retro the Zoom turf training.
Yeah,
But
it's why.
I guess nobody was really on them. You know, the Zoom turf training came with an Oregon colorway and all that.
Mm-hmm.
But nobody was really on them, so I guess they was like, "Oh, we don't need to." But
Yeah. My black and gray pair is the 06 pair, and they're still holding on. Hopefully they hold on. I didn't get any of the 14s, but I remember them making that Oregon one. But I really wish they would come out. I always just call them the Barry Sanders too, but that Super Zoom, I need that.
yeah, I got the Schumacher pair and I got the original white and blue pair.
The Lions, okay.
Yeah,
Yeah.
man. We definitely got to get on, man. Like, hey, I know I be tough on bronze, man, but I got some stuff like trainers. Trainers is really like my thing. That's what I do.
Yeah. Well,
I noticed, man. I've been following you for quite a while, man. You be pulling out some stuff.
Yeah, man. I got some stuff in there, but like everybody don't want to see it. So I mean, I'm on the bronze stuff, but I sneak in, a trainer here and there. You know what I mean? But I'll definitely inbox you and show you. You know what I mean? When I get home, I'll show you those pairs. You know what I mean? And we can set up a day. Like, but Shorty did hit me up though. Hey, we do got to get on, man. But we gotta work it out with the days that I got guys on the Bron channel coming on. You know what I mean? So
yeah. Well, I'm about 160 pairs of LeBrons deep, so you can have me on your show as well. You know what I mean? We both from 1980. You know what I mean? So I'll be 42 later in the year, but definitely got to have me on there, man. But it's good talking to you.
absolutely.
For sure, man. Good seeing you, man. We definitely gonna be checking you out. And if you haven't followed Big Homie Kicks 80, man, go ahead and give my mans a follow, yo.
Hey, I appreciate it, man. I'm about to go in there and see what these Rams about to do, man. I've been watching it. I'm kind of mad. I was pulling for the Chiefs, though, man. You know what I mean? So I'm about to see what these Rams about to do. I'm going to see if these Rams make it in here.
All right. I'll be in touch, man.
Hey, hit me up, man. I'm here.
For sure.
All right, fellas. I appreciate it.
I bet.
All right.
All right. All right, we got space for one more, then we're going to close this down, man. It's been a long day. One more, and that's it, man. Your eyes getting low.
I'm chilling, man. You know what I'm saying? I got to be at work at 9 in the morning again, but it's good. You know what I mean? It's still early for me.
I just invited somebody. I'm going to see what she going to join. See, she gonna pop up here. She may or may not.
I just want to say right quick, I just got a notification. Like, I got some stuff up for sale on Macari. It's just random clothes or whatever. Like, people be like, yeah, they liked your thing. Like, I don't care, nigga. Did somebody buy it? Man, don't bother me unless somebody buy it. You know what I mean? Get the fuck out of here.
I was asking Mo Steps to get her since she got the headscarf on.
Hey, it's all good. It's all about authenticity, man. I probably got buy for my shirt and everything from dinner. I'm here. It's Sunday night.
That's when you're the prettiest.
You know? Oh man, but it's
one more.
But I just going on.
What up, though?
Still the man like you. I ain't got no cool hats like y'all, but you know I'm here.
What's cracking with y'all?
Not much, man. I want to know 3 sneakers you would like to see return.
Man, I think y'all spoke about some of them. The black, the penny 2s in black.
Mm-hmm.
We need them joints done properly. We also need the white, the penny 1s in a white and blue.
Okay.
I don't think they ever dropped them. I don't think they ever retro.
Nah, they supposed to come out this month.
Oh, they're supposed to come out, right?
Mm-hmm.
And then, you know what, y'all? I feel like this for me personally, like the Jordan 17s, the suitcase joints.
Mm-hmm.
I feel like they're long overdue for one of those too, because when those came out at the $200 price point, that was real steep back in 02. So it gives people that missed out at that time to go ahead and purchase those.
Man, I think that shoe would be like 300, probably 320 now. If they
You think so?
I think that's why it hasn't came back, because of the price. I don't think
Let me ask you this: why? So is it because the suitcase?
It could be.
If they came out without the suitcase, then people would just complain about how they don't.
Oh, right, yo.
You know what I mean?
I hate that type of sneakerhead, yo.
Yeah.
They never satisfied. Then if you drop it with the suitcase, come on, man, just give me the sneaker and just give me a 180 price point. You don't give them the suitcase, then they have an issue. It's like always a problem.
Yeah, so you can't really win. That's why I don't think they've done it, you know.
Yeah, that's interesting. That is interesting. It probably will be $300.
Yeah, when they retroed the 17 plus, it was $250. So, and it didn't come with a suitcase. So,
right.
Yeah, it probably would be 300 or 320, something 325.
200 at that time was crazy.
Yeah,
it was unheard of. I remember that, yo.
Yeah, $100. They come with a little CD-ROM and.
Yeah, it did come with a CD with Darius Miles and Quentin Richardson all on there.
Mm-hmm.
They had notes on the shoe.
Yeah, on the little strap. Yeah.
You got any of you guys had that shoe?
I got it.
I never had that one. I had the 17, the other ones, the Carolina ones, the 17.
Oh, yeah, the lows were real popular that year. I remember.
Yeah, I mean, if y'all want, I can go grab it.
How about the Cherry 16s too?
Okay. He gonna get him.
Oh, he got him?
Yeah, he gonna pull him out, man.
That's incredible. So that's like a 20-year-old shoe.
Yeah, it's up there, man. Kiki said she would love to see the Lightning 17s. Yeah, that's another one.
Oh, fire too.
Yeah, that's another one right there. Any of those 17s or 17 lows. 17 was a good shoe. You brought up a good point, man.
It was. And a lot of people didn't have a chance to get it because, I mean, I was in high school when they came out, so I didn't have the money to get those $200 joints. And how about the yellow 16s too?
Yeah.
The gingers, is it?
Yeah, the ginger 16.
They fired too. They don't touch too many of the Wizard stuff.
Nah. I would like there's another the 18s. Remember the 18s?
Oh, absolutely. I like the white and blue joints, the originals.
The little brush, everybody was walking around brushing.
Yeah. That's crazy. What an era. What an era, bro.
Cats in the hall, because that was my senior year, so I used to see cats in the hallway. They had a brush, and they be brushing their joints with the towel.
You had a brush in your back pocket too, bro. Do rag off. Yo,
The 2000s was a wild era, dog.
It was. That's basketball shorts under the jeans.
Bro, my shorts was like long jeans, bro. My shorts went down to my ankles.
Word.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was definitely a good time, man. Like some good releases. Okay, he's back. We got the
incredible.
series.
Yo, that's a unicorn, bro.
Yeah, so it's still, I still got the CD-ROM
That's incredible, bro.
and the shoes.
That's incredible, man. Still in the meeting.
Yeah.
Wow. How they holding up, bro?
Man, it's been a couple years since I opened this. So
Oh yeah.
this the lace I can't think of what this is called, but
The lace lock, is it?
yeah, the lace lock is it's a little yellow, but shoes themselves seem okay.
Man,
Man.
those beautiful, man. That's
Yo, dude, they need to bring them back. Yo, just give me a regular box, man. I don't need the suitcase.
This blue part is real sticky.
They they came with the little sticker, right? The peel off, don't peel or peel off sticker or whatever.
Peel off. It was right here.
Crazy, man.
how many times you think you worn them? You can count on your hand, or
I probably worn them maybe 15 or 20 times.
They look new. They look new still.
Yeah, they used to get a lot of wear. I wore the black pair and the white and red pair more than these.
Oh damn, man! What a! I wish I would have held on to some of the stuff, some of the original stuff that I had. Or not original, but stuff from that year. I got rid of so much stuff, man. Especially now with so much restoration and stuff that they do to these shoes. Before I would beat them down and kind of get rid of them and stuff like that.
Yeah.
Think about that picture, Jay. If you wearing the first Cool Ray release.
Yeah. Like those. I wish I kind of would have, even if I don't wear them, just to have them for nostalgic purposes. I would wear them, beat them down, and get rid of them. I never thought about, like, this is almost like artwork now. Like right now, that briefcase is like an art piece, bro. Like, to me, I'm excited to look at it. I'm like, shit, I haven't seen that in years. So for you to have that, like, that shoe intact is like, it's like art, man.
Yeah, I'm gonna show y'all one more shoe just while we showing shoes. I have these just because they were in a sneaker battle I was in, but the 20.
Oh, you was
So I still got
incredible. It's like they care about the packaging more before it looked like, man.
Yeah.
Look at that, man. We don't even get retro cards now, man.
Yeah. Damn, this paper still has like the prints. I don't know if y'all can see the shoes on the prints. So prints like the print on the 20 strap. So and then the actual 20 is inside here.
Look at that packaging, man.
Crazy.
I remember when that shoe came out, it was real like you either loved them or hated them.
Yeah. Yeah, you shoot. You can pretty much say that about any Jordan pass.
Right.
Do you have any Jordan 22s? That remember that little octagon looking box?
Right.
Yeah, I got a couple of them in there.
It was one pair I always wanted. I never got my hands on it, but it was the one made out of basketball leather.
Yeah, I got lucky and found those at the Champs outlet.
That's the one I want. Yeah.
What an era. You was finding gems at the outlet.
Yeah, man. I mean, they were like $79.99. Like they were, nobody really cared about them, but I always liked those too. I'm like, man, I can't pay because they were like more because the basketball material, they costed more.
Right.
Got lucky and found them after. I'm a bargain shopper. I mean, it's hard to pay. For me now, it's hard to pay,
I agree, man. But it feels like you can't even come across gems anymore like that at these shops. And like, because if they do, I don't know, I guess like social media in a way, although it's made things better in a way, like right now we're all communicating and stuff, but it's also made it to where like somebody will post at Marshall's has this, and then it gets in a guise of a reseller, and then it's like nothing's organic anymore, man.
Yeah, that's like we are. We're all organic, like
right
out this life,
Like you'll see, I see a lot of posters in Chicago's Nike store. We got Brett 11s, we got this and that, but it's like people are just like, oh, where's it at? Where they just want to go over there, grab 100 pairs to resell them and shit. And it's like, it's just not organic anymore, man. But you know, here and there, you get a little glimpse. You get a little glimpse of the game sometimes.
Yeah, sneakers are hype. Kiki said sneakers are hype right now. It's true, man. It doesn't even matter what it is. Like when Big Homie Kicks was on and he was talking about the Jason Kidd, I can guarantee you guys, you can mark my words if you want, that shoe will not do like it did last time. That shoe will sell out.
The 95 Zoom.
It's gonna go. It's not gonna
That's
stay.
incredible, man. That shit goes, yo.
You remember the last release? It was giving them away for like $40.
Right.
They were sitting. Everybody cared.
Couldn't give them away at next.
Why?
I can always tell when the Instagram, like if like one of the blog sites posts and there's just a little more excitement on the comments. Been one of these, waited for them. Like, where was this at a couple years ago?
Mm-hmm.
Nobody cared, man. And yeah, that shoe, the pennies, yeah, those are gonna do numbers.
I've been waiting on the white and blue penny threes. Cause I got the 08 pair or whatever it was, pair that came out, but they was promoting that shoe last year. It was gonna come out, and then the all black ones came out, and I'm still waiting on those white and blue threes, penny threes.
Yeah, they gave us the eggplant and the OG black and royal one from the commercial, but they didn't give us the white and royal one.
Exactly.
Now you gave us that Do It For Des pair with the black and the red, and then the black.
Yeah, I didn't like that.
Yeah.
Who's that? Who's Des, bro?
It was like I guess Randy died. And
oh, okay.
Stuff for him, but it was like some sentimental stuff. But it still didn't sell. Like it. That's already a niche shoe to begin with. It's not a penny one or a penny two. So, you know, it was nice, but they definitely should have limited that. And I'm not even one to say, oh, these should be limited, but they should have limited those.
Right.
You know.
Just those. I think I saw it come up on Soul Links on Twitter. They had got under $100. So if anybody interested, they should be some of those Do It For Des. There should be a finish line.
Ooh, excuse me.
Yeah, I'm getting there too, man. Well, this has been
no doubt.
You know, this has been a hell of a live, man. Thanks to everybody that's joined. Next Sunday, we're gonna be talking jerseys and kicks. I got the homie Bobby Fresh, 28. So y'all look out for that. He has a crazy jersey collection, and he's he plays ball, so he has a lot of basketball sneakers too. So that is going to be a very interesting live. I can't wait for you guys to tune in. Is there anything you'd like to say, Shorty, before we go?
Hey, if y'all already don't follow me at ShortyC94. Do a couple of different shows, Instagram live on my channel, Shorty Sneaker Conversations, certified OGs, and the best one is probably Reach Backs, starring my co-host who was in the comments, QC Kiki Cutie. Well, that and Purchaser Pass with my wife, my lovely wife, Weathers HR. I got 4 different shows I do, but I post sneaker content every day. I post which sneaker I'm wearing every day. Check me out.
I'm gonna hit you. I'm gonna give you a follow, brother.
Appreciate that, man.
For sure, man.
Joining too, man. Thanks for joining in, man.
No doubt.
Appreciate that.
Gotta be safe, man.
Well, it's all, folks, man. I catch y'all next Sunday, and we all out of here, y'all. Peace.
Peace.